Most side hustlers are leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year, and the wild part is they have absolutely no idea it's happening. I'm not talking about some obscure tax loophole that only accountants know about. I'm talking about one single mistake that I see over and over again, from the freelance graphic designer just starting out to the weekend photographer booking their 10th client. And today, we are going to fix it together, once and for all. Stick with me through this entire video because at the end, I'm going to give you a dead simple 3-step framework that you can start using before your next paycheck even hits your account. No confusing tax language, no law school degree required, just practical stuff that actually works. So let me ask you something first. You started your side hustle to make extra money, right? Maybe you're driving for a rideshare app on weekends, selling handmade candles on Etsy, doing freelance writing, or tutoring kids after school. Whatever it is, you worked hard for that income. You stayed up late, sacrificed weekends, put in real effort, and then tax season rolls around, and suddenly it feels like the IRS showed up to your party uninvited and ate half the snacks you brought. That feeling is incredibly common, and honestly, it's not your fault. Nobody teaches us this stuff. We go through years of school learning about the American Revolution and the Pythagorean theorem, but nobody sits us down and says, hey, by the way, when you start earning money on your own, the government is going to want a cut, and here's exactly how to handle it without panicking. So what is this number one mistake? Drumroll, please. It is treating your side hustle like a hobby instead of a business when it comes to tracking your money. Now I know what you might be thinking, but I only made a few $1,000s. Do I really need to act like a corporation? And the answer is a very enthusiastic yes. And here is why that matters so much. When you mentally think of your side hustle as just a little hobby that happens to pay you, you stop paying attention to the financial details. You mix your personal spending with your business spending. You forget to save receipts. You never write down the miles you drove to deliver an order or meet a client. You essentially hand the IRS a gift-wrapped box full of money you could have kept. Think of it like this. Imagine you're playing a video game and every single time you collect a coin, it automatically disappears from your total score. But you never notice because you're not tracking your score. You are working just as hard, completing just as many levels, but your final number keeps shrinking and you cannot figure out why. That is exactly what happens when you treat your business like a hobby during tax season. Let me break down why this happens in the first place. Because understanding the cause is half the battle. Most people who start a side hustle are in hustle mode. You are focused on getting clients, making sales, building your skills, growing your social media, and doing the actual work. Bookkeeping and expense tracking feel about as exciting as watching paint dry, so they get pushed to the bottom of the to-do list permanently. And honestly, for the first few months, nothing bad seems to happen. Tax season feels far away. Life goes on. Then April arrives. Now you are scrambling through bank statements, digging through old emails, trying to remember whether that software subscription was for business or personal use, and desperately trying to piece together a financial puzzle where half the pieces are missing. Sound familiar? Here is where it gets painful. Because you did not track things properly throughout the year, you end up doing one of two things. You either claim nothing as a deduction because you are too scared of getting it wrong, or you guess wildly and put yourself at real risk of an audit. Neither of those options is good for your wallet or your blood pressure. And the cost of this mistake is not small. The IRS allows self-employed people and side hustlers to deduct a genuinely impressive list of legitimate business expenses. We're talking about your home office space, your internet bill, your phone bill, software and apps you use for work, equipment you bought, mileage you drove for business purposes, professional development courses, advertising costs, and sometimes even a portion of your health insurance premiums. These deductions can add up to thousands of dollars that reduce the amount of income the IRS actually taxes you on. Here is a simple way to think about deductions. Imagine your taxable income is a big pizza. Every legitimate business deduction you claim is a slice you get to take back before the IRS calculates how much tax you owe. Miss those deductions, and you are paying taxes on a whole pizza, when you should only be paying on 3 or 4 slices. Over the course of a few years, that difference can absolutely be in the thousands of dollars. Now here is the good news, and I really want you to hear this clearly. The fix is not complicated. It does not require you to hire a fancy accountant on day one. It does not require a business degree or an advanced spreadsheet with formulas that would make your high school math teacher cry. It requires 3 simple habits, and I want to walk you through each one of them right now. Step 1 is to open a separate bank account specifically for your side hustle. This is the single highest leverage thing you can do. When your business money lives in its own account, separate from your personal grocery shopping and Netflix subscriptions, you instantly create clarity. At the end of the year, or honestly any time during the year, you can look at that account and immediately see exactly what came in and what went out for your business. Many banks offer free business checking accounts, so the cost barrier here is basically zero. This one move alone will save you hours of confusion come tax time. Step 2 is to track every single business expense, no matter how small, as it happens. I know that sounds tedious, but I promise the tools available today make this almost effortless. Apps like Wave, which is completely free, or QuickBooks Self-Employed, which is affordable for most budgets, let you photograph a receipt in 5 seconds and categorize it on the spot. Think of this as collecting coins in that video game we talked about earlier, except now you are actually adding them to your score instead of watching them vanish. If you drove to pick up supplies, log those miles immediately. If you paid for a design tool subscription, tag it as a business expense right then. Small habits, compounded over 12 months, create a dramatically better tax outcome. Step 3 is to set aside a percentage of every payment you receive specifically for taxes. I suggest starting with around 25 to 30% if you are earning a moderate amount from your side hustle. This money goes directly into a savings account the moment it hits your business account. You do not touch it. You do not borrow from it for concert tickets. You treat it like it was never yours to begin with, because in a way, a portion of it genuinely is not. This habit eliminates the absolute worst tax season experience, which is getting hit with a bill you cannot afford because you spent everything you earned. Now, if you are already making more consistent income from your side hustle, you will also want to look into quarterly estimated tax payments, which are payments you send to the IRS 4 times a year, rather than owing a massive lump sum in April. Ignoring those can come with additional penalties on top of what you already owe, and that is just adding insult to injury. Here is the bigger picture I want to leave you with. Treating your side hustle like a real business from day one is not about being dramatic or pretending you are running a Fortune 500 company. It is about respecting the effort you put in and making sure you actually keep the money you earned. Every dollar you properly track and every legitimate deduction you confidently claim is a dollar that stays in your pocket, instead of being handed over unnecessarily. The IRS is not trying to trick you. The tax code is actually full of rules written specifically to benefit small earners and self-employed people. But you can only take advantage of those rules if you are paying attention and treating your side hustle with the seriousness it deserves. You worked hard for that money. Every late night, every hustle, every delivered order and completed project was your time and your energy. A few simple habits are all that stand between you and a dramatically better tax situation. If you found this helpful, drop a comment below telling me what your side hustle is. I read every single one, and your answer might inspire my next video topic. And if you want to go even deeper on side hustle deductions, I put together a free checklist linked right below this video that covers over 30 expenses most freelancers forget to claim. Go grab it. It takes about 2 minutes to download, and it could save you real money this year. See you in the next one.